Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. It's me again, Peter. I'm very grateful that you made it to the Hive 6. In the last video, we talked about how to create a super user inside our Active Directory. I hope you find this video valuable. Please do like and share with your friend. Today, we're going to see something different, and I just want to give update about the changes that I've actually made in the Active Directory. So let me go ahead and start it up. So once I start it up, I'm going to connect to it. Let's see. Also, why that is also going, I try to figure out a way how to remote connect to these PC that we actually have inside the nested virtualization, because most of the time it's very small. So I wanted to have like a very good way for me to remote connect into it so that I can use the RDC man. See, I've actually configured it. So it's super cool because I can have it really big, and I can remote connect to it for my personal use. So let me show you what I've done. If I go ahead and double click on this, because I already set it up, it's going to connect and log me in automatically to this server, which is cool. So what I use is that I've actually used the the super user that we created the last time to make this happen. So if you still really wanted to see, let me just minimize that. I can do it manually also. Can go ahead and punch in my password and click on enter. Let's see. All right, it does give us the same. So this one is logged out and this one is logged in. So we still have the same. Following up with the video today, a couple of things I've done is that I'm actually update this machine, and very important to get it up to the latest updates. Also, I've also given a static IP address because I don't want it to be, I mean, in the real world also, they don't like the IP address of our domain controller to be changing. So we have to set it up right here. So one thing I've done is that I click on display. I mean, I click on network connection, go to properties, go to internet protocol version. Remember that we actually set up this IP address during the nested virtualization installation. So I wanted the 192.168.50 to always be assigned to this domain controller. So that's what I have right here. So how do we know that? We can actually go to CMD and just push in IP config, and that will show us what the IP address that is server have. But since I already know my range, I don't usually go there. I just specify the range, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. So, which is the same thing like this. All right, so here with the DNS, these actually come, but I actually provided this as a DNS of this server because when we deploy the domain controller, DNS also come with it, so which is going to be the IP address of that server in our case. So if you have any question, please let me know. So those are kind of the checklists that I've done, and I make sure that I update it and make sure that these actually run really fine. So what I've done is that I go here, actually do remote desktop connection. No, not that one. Remote remote desktop settings. So I turn it on. So I download the this RCD man. So after I did that, I went here. I just had the server. So whereby I provide a server name. Server name is always going to be the IP address, and the display name is anything that you wanted to give it. So I make sure that I can go and connect as, and I provide my credential. So where did I get this credential from? That was the credential that I actually created in the last video, which is the super user, because we're going to log on to this kind of server with the super user. So I'm going to connect. Let's see what it does. Can you see that? Magic. So right now you see this is actually better. So we can see a lot of things. It's so much better than having it from here. So that's what I've done. And what else can I provide? Okay, you can actually see, just to make sure that you have the right server name. This is my domain. And in the next video, we're going to go about like uh, creating user management. So whereby we're going to be playing around with all this information that we have here, and we can go to the users and computers, and we can create a user, we can modify the properties, we can reset the user, and we can disable the account or delete the account. So I'll be showing you like a live scenario on what is going to happen if you actually create a user. Or maybe I can create a video whereby we are going to join a device to our domain controller so that we can test that user to see if you're able to log in or not. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening, and this is just like an update on what I've done to my domain controller. If you do have any question, please do let me know. I'll be very glad to respond back to you. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.